Hello, everyone. It's been a while. I'm super excited today because I have had this sat on my altar, the folkloric. Every time I try and say this name, I can't say it. Folkloric Forest Tarot has been sat on my altar for weeks. It feels like months. And I just so desperately want to dive into this deck and use it and play with it and do all the good stuff. So I'm super excited about this. I vowed that I would not do it without you. I am aware that I have been off of YouTube now for years, and I felt like I owed it to you. Obviously, there have been a lot of decks that I have had that are new to me since I was last on YouTube, and I feel like I want to acknowledge them and talk about them, but obviously I can't do it in the sense of unboxings because I've used them. So it might be like a catch up slash review thing. But yeah, today we are looking at this one and I'm super, super excited about it. I've been looking for like a darker, natural, elemental slash animal deck for a while now. And I saw the wheel card on this and was just sold. I knew nothing else about it. So I bought it. It's on my desk. It's getting done today and we are doing it. There is another deck that I'm really, really interested in, which is the Lacrimosa. I know that it is flying around at the moment. It's super trendy. I didn't feel the need to sort of jump on the bandwagon and get it because, as with most decks nowadays, they have to come from the US. And I have to be really picky about what I choose to buy because the shipping rates are crazy high. I really wish there was sort of a central repository that I could just send all the decks that I buy from the US to, and then when I feel like there's enough, I can get them sent over here. But I need to look into that because there are so many decks that I really want, and they all come from America, and the shipping is like, so in some cases, the shipping is more expensive than the deck. And yeah, it's like, and I always ask for them for my birthday. My birthday is coming up, but I know that no one will get them because everyone, I don't know, I get the vibe that we're a bit of a last minute sort of birthday present kind of family. And obviously, you need to order them like a couple of months in advance for them to get here. So I don't know. They're on my list. They'll be gotten at some point, by which time everyone will be done looking at unboxings and everything of the Lacrimosa. You know, I'm aware. I'm aware that it's out there. I'm aware there's many unboxings. I'm aware that there's many people talking about it. It is absolutely fabulous. I use, which I've forgotten the name of, I use a deck from Rose Bay as a go-to in my collection anyway. I want to say the Serpentine Tarot. I know that's not right, but her other deck is beautiful. I use it often and for more personal readings, to be fair. And I'm really looking forward to that deck. Another dark deck that just feels like velvet in a box. I'm really looking forward to having that one eventually. It's on my wish list. It's getting there. But yeah, today we are looking at this and I'm really happy to have you here. I'm really happy that you're with me. If you're here, thank you for bearing with me. It has been a manic few years. I will be doing a catch-up video soon. And yeah, if you're interested about the more personal aspect of why I haven't been on YouTube and why I'm back on it now and what I'm doing and where things are going, then that will be the video to watch. But for now, we're going to go hands down. We're going to flip through this deck and have a look at it together. Exciting. Okay, peeps, here we go. The Folkloric Forest Tarot. Venture into the forest inspired by Finnish and Northern European folklore and mythology, brought to life through curated antique fine art and to enhance world building and elevate spreads. I'm sorry. My hay fever's getting the better of me today. It's been such a long time since we've done an unboxing, and this has been on my desk for such a long time. Oh, look at the bags. That is gorgeous. Oh, I don't know about the rabbit though. If you know me, you know that I have rabbits. The rabbit looks, he could be sleeping. Let's hope he's sleeping. Okay. There's a brutal honesty about nature that can't be ignored. My daily life revolves around the trees and the harsh realities of living within the rural Pacific Northwest coast. The cycle of life is always present, whether it's a beautiful buck struck along the winding two-lane highway, observing the local families as they pass through the 1800 cemetery. It's interesting. I didn't know that this was a Finnish deck, so this will be interesting because I originally wanted this deck as a bit of a darker answer to the three trees. I'm just grabbing it to the three trees. I love the three trees, but I do find it a little bit I suppose innocent light. It's a little bit light. I typically work with darker aesthetics. Also, I struggle with this, like, I don't know, anthropomorphization of animals. I don't particularly like, animals that have been given, this is a bit much for me. But the actual, there are some cards in here that absolutely blow me away. One of them is my little mouse. Where's my mouse? I think he is the Hanged Man. I won't be able. There he is. Look at him. He's so pretty. So yeah, I do love this deck, but it's a little bit light for me. So I looked at this. When I saw this, I felt like this would be my answer. This would be my darker sort of answer too. Oh, we start with the Magician. Okay, let me figure this out. Is that about right? There we go. The Magician with all his things, all his apparatus. His skull's up here. He's challenged. He's been challenged. He's faced the woes, and now he's ready. The Seer instead of the High Priestess. She's gorgeous. I wonder if she relates to a certain tale. Let's have a look. The Mages, the Magician, the Seer. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, no, it does. I don't know even how to pronounce that. Metsanito. Finnish forest maidens are elusive and beautiful spirits who dwell deep within the forest. They're known to lure wanderers deeper into the dark woods. Sometimes they offer wisdom, but often they play tricks or lead travelers astray. So it's almost like a siren energy of the sea, or what's the other one? Will-o'-the-wisp. The Maiden. I suppose we're looking down here for the Maiden, these new, fresh blooms that signify fertility in the summer. Love the gold, by the way, on this. Beautiful. The Guardian. The Guardian. Oh, the Maiden is the Empress. The Guardian is the Emperor. Strong, solid. I mean, these don't look too solid, but I suppose, it's an acknowledgement that we're all human at the end of the day. Or natural, we have our weaknesses. That is gorgeous, though. The sun really does well in highlighting the typically masculine energy of this. However, I wouldn't consider this an active card. And I always get the idea that the Emperor has an active energy. But I suppose you could consider that active energy a mental one. The Elder is the Hierophant. The fact that he's in the dark. supports his retreat, I suppose. He's clearly not outside. If he is, he's in the dark. The Lovers. Oh, look at that. Water and earth working together. I love this Chariot. Finally, we have a Chariot that looks like movement and the battling of the forces. This is fabulous for a Chariot card. I really struggle with the Rider-Waite-Smith Chariot because it just looks so static, like it's not going anywhere. But I suppose that's a representation of the amount of force that would be needed to make it move, whereas this is in movement, this is in play, this is fab. I love that as a card. Strength. This is interesting. So we have a dog down here, what looks like a figure reaching out in warning. Is there something here, maybe facing fears? This looks like maybe a cave. Is that a torch or is that a broom? Not sure. She's riding a goat. Interesting. Don't know what to make of that one. I'm going to put that one aside and I will look that up at the end. The Hermit. Ah, I mistook this one then. This gave me Hermit energy. This gave me Hermit energy. This is the Hierophant. So he's our teacher. Sorry, guys. Okay. Well, and this is the Hermit energy. We have the skull. We have his lamp. I love the nod to the lamp. To shine the light for others. I would prefer it if it was on. But I suppose you can't really. I do appreciate the fact that these images haven't been doctored. They haven't been edited in any way. I would prefer to have the real image than have ones that have been edited. So, you know, I suppose he's preparing to light that spark, isn't he? The wheel. This is the one that I saw online. This is, oh, can you tell that look, thunderbugs. Come here, you. Let me put you outside. My table's been in the garden, can you tell? This is the card I saw that initially drew me to the deck. I was just, this is stunning. This is the best wheel card I have seen. You've also got, what's in life and what's in bloom, but you've also got what's past. I love these dandelions in it, for me, really show the whole cycle going on here. What's this here? Wondered if this was some sort of decaying root. I'm not sure, but that is just fabulous. And when you consider that next to, because this is probably the lightest card in the deck, it looks very light. Consider this to something like this. This certainly gives me a slightly more serious tone, I suppose. Justice, 3 swords, interesting. Interesting, 3 swords here. I like that. I like that correspondence, that association. That's really cool. What have we got? The sacrifice for the Hanged Man. Bless. Oh, his foot's strung up there, look, as well. The Death card. Oh my goodness. Here lies. Oh. How lovely to have a death card that talks about the connection between, not just between humans, but between animal and humans. That's lovely. It reminds me of Yorkshire, actually. This, obviously it's not if it's finished, but it does give me Yorkshire vibes. Just straighten these up. Temperance. That's lovely with the river. I mean, when we go on walks like this quite often, and when you come across a river and you've been walking through a forest, the air is changed, the sounds that it produces, everything. It's like you just come across this little space of tranquility, of magic. It's magical. This does that very well. It's the unification of all the elements, especially when the sun's out too. Lovely. The devil. Ooh, look at those eyes. Well, I don't know what to think of this. I'm going to put that aside. The tower. We saw a stump like this. I always thought that if a tree was broken to this extent, this bit obviously you see will have mushrooms and things growing along it, lichen. But I always thought this would just go, but we actually saw roots growing out of it. Whether this was on a walk not so long ago, whether the roots were different plants that were using this as like a fertile space, I don't know, but I always thought that the stump would die, but it doesn't seem right that it would if the, considering how deep the roots go. So this is lovely, the fact that we've still got that solid foundation, the roots are still there, they're still, taken hold, everything's still rooted in. That's really nice. The star, that's beautiful. I love the 1 foot on, 1 foot off. We've got that reference here. 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on the land. That's lovely. And what a nice place to be. Can I go there, please? The moon. This is a different tone entirely. What's going on here? Oh, there's images, there's people. I'm actually looking up on my screen, which is up here because I'm blind. And this, having my screen next to me means I can actually see. I've had to close my curtains for the light, and I was having light issues, and it just means I can't see what's in front of me. So the screen is helpful. The sun. We have the fairy wings. That's beautiful. Judgment. That's an interesting card. I don't know if I sit well with it though, because they're both elderly. There's no young people in here, and I feel like Judgment needs to be relevant to all generations, because otherwise people who aren't so experienced with the tarot will mistake it for the judgment that comes at the end of your life. And it doesn't always happen like that, does it? The world. James and the Giant Peach. James and the Giant Peach energy on this pedestal here as well. Putting nature, pride of place. Okay, so we're moving into the fire. I'm tempted to just stop and look these up. What the Strength and the Devil. The Devil. 2 owls, 2 predators locked in an eerie pact over a single catch. Oh, I see, there's one. I thought they were holding 2. It's 1 rat there. Oh, well, that makes a bit more sense. The halted conflict emits raw, unrestrained energy. The owl's expressions are hypnotic as the rat hangs limply between them. Neither can separate without losing the object of their desire. Therefore, they remain bound and locked until one breaks. That makes way more sense. I mistook that for 2 different mice or rats or whatever they are. And then we have this Strength card. Let's look at this. The goat charges forward with wild eyes fixated on the shadowy path into the cave. So we were right, they are in a cave. The rider, a witch, leans forward and syncs every movement with the goat's boundless energy. A grim look marks the witch's weathered face as each crease tells of past ventures. There's no giving up. Both beings are united by a pact, accepting the unpredictability of the kinship. Okay, so we do have a witch. So that is a broom. I wonder what these 2 figures are about down here, though. That's interesting. Okay, let's set these aside. because I don't want a big slidey mess. Ace of fire. So the fires are the trees. I wonder if, oh no, I was going to say, are they all trees? They're not. They're clearly not. So the ace of fire, which is that return point, right? We've had devastation. The end of the cycle has happened, and now it's providing new space. Two of fire, two of wands, planning your next line, your next journey, your next, your next journey. Three of fire, three hogs, three wild boars, taking the step on the path. Oh, we've also got the nod to the we've also got a wand up here, which is cool. Four. This is lovely, actually, because I do struggle with the Four of Wands in that celebratory aspect of it. This makes way more sense given its placement in the from 1 to 10. It's less of a celebration. It's more about taking rest and being able to go, oh, okay, we've made the first part. Let's just, refresh and adjust and recenter ourselves before we go forward. That makes way more sense to me. So that's lovely. In fact, what a beautiful card. As opposed to this, which is gruesome. Gruesome. I wonder what's happening here. It looks like bees. Is it bees? You will probably see more than I will. There's a conflict of interest there. So he's after the honey and so are the bees. Bees are trying to protect it, probably. The Six of Wands. Six of Wands is all about acknowledgement, I suppose, in a way. Acknowledgement for your efforts. This is almost like... there's a violin here, there's music, there's obviously some sort of accomplishment involved here. Maybe this is acting. The crown and the skull are for an acting role. We've got a musician to it, but they're sort of discarded. It's like the collection of acknowledgements rather than in the moment of acknowledgement and reward. Woof. Seven of fire. Having to hold your ground, fight for your own. Eight of fire. Moving really quickly. That's beautiful. I love that. That's lovely. What a nice way to show, because deers, even if they're not being chased, when they have a moment, I feel like they get, we've got a lot of deer around here. We have a lot of muntjacs too. I think they get the zoomies, I think all animals to a certain point get the zoomies. Nine of fire. We have the snake, and he's coiling, and he's ready to strike. And the 10 of fire. Now, this is interesting. So the 10 of fire is a wasp's nest. I initially wondered if it was a wasp going into a beehive, but it's not. It is a wasp nest, which we can see from this papery aspect. I might put that one aside and look that one up. Page of fire. Knight of fire, the otter. Queen of fire. Look at her. She's beautiful. And the king. Oh, he's fabulous. I do love a deer. I'm a sucker for a deer. And now we're moving on to... this gives me Bambi vibes, doesn't it? You don't actually see the father of Bambi. You just see him once and he stood like this, over watching everything. Ace of water, which I suppose relates to the possibility of connection, right? Over dinner, inviting people around. Two of water, that's gorgeous. Look at the colours in that. This is what I would consider the lover's card, really. I know we have a lover's card, but I don't actually remember. Oh, it was the, I was thinking about the lover's card here. It was the Water, yes. Water with the roots growing in it. The 3 of Cups going out into the world, showing everyone, look, showing everyone your tiny cup. 4 of Water, which is really Rider-Waite-Smith-esque. Being just done. I'm just done. I need a minute. I'm not bothered. Don't offer me any more water. I'm done. The 5 of Water, 5 of Cups. That's exile taken to its limits, isn't it? Or slim pickings, really, as well. Nothing to eat. Look how many people are gathered around, or people. Birds are gathered round trying to forage and find food here. 6 of Water. Nostalgia. Oh, that's quite a gruesome one for me. Some taxidermy going on. Yeah. That would be gruesome if it were relevant to humans. Have a stuffed bestie from your school days. That would be awful. This is quite gruesome. I'm not a taxidermy fan, I've got to say. 7 of Water. Things just got real, just took a twist, didn't they? Sorry, my mind just went, oh no. I'm not a fan of that one. 7 of Water. Pick your pot. I feel like that one could have been better. I don't know, I don't know the finish art, but I feel like the 7 of Cups is one that comes up a lot for my husband. And I'm quite familiar with it in a way of looking at it from all different points of view. This is not my favourite, but that's fine. It doesn't have to be. 8 of Water. Mastering your emotional surroundings, your emotional realm. 9 of Water. Also known as, oh no, hang on, what am I thinking of? I was thinking of coins. This is beautiful though. This reminds me of Jamie Beck. Jamie Beck does photography like this. She is Parisian. Look her up. She's absolutely fabulous. 10 of Water. This is gorgeous. Look at that. Absolutely fabulous. Totally idealistic and dreamlike in every way. The Page. Now, I'm not good with fish. I would say what fish that is, but I have no idea. He's fabulous. Look at our knight. And we have a horse for the knight, which is fab. I wonder, would we have a horse for the... Did we have a horse? Where are we? Oh, we had the otter. I love the horse here. He's really cool. And very calm. The Queen of Water. We have our duck. Lovely. The King of Water. I'm assuming a goose, but don't quote me on it. And now we're into air. Love the start with the calligraphy pens. If you don't know, I am a calligrapher as well. This is gorgeous. 2 of Air. Making the decision. Making the decision. You're torn. I don't really understand that one. I'm going to put that one aside. 3 of Air. Oh, he's been got. He's been shot, I'm assuming. And he's falling. That's heartbreaking when it's supposed to be. 4 of Air. Rest. I love the rabbits. I always feel like rabbits were never drawn very well. There's always something a little bit creepy about them when you see paintings like this, but in real life they are just adorable. But that's lovely. 5 of Air. Oh, okay.
6 of air, moving on, moving through, moving away, moving forward. That's really cool. This reminds me of when we went caving in Yorkshire. We went to the White Skull Cave, and it's all a little bit like this. It's obviously a lot more, there's a lot more safety going on than in this picture, but it felt like this. It was an experience. 7 of air. 8 of air. It's an interesting one as well. Oh, the 9 of air. Yeah, okay, I can see how that would be the nightmare card for the fox. Oh, God. 10 of air. 10 of swords. Yeah, caught in the spider's web. I'm sorry, there's a sliding everywhere, aren't they? I'm not doing a very good job. Page of air. We have the squirrel. Knight of air. We have the fox. Oh, yeah. And that's quite good Knight of air energy, I think. Queen of air, protecting. My husband thinks he's got an opinion that swans have got something against him. They've made a pact. They've made a pact and they don't like him. King of air. It's like the harpy eagle almost. And then earth. Look at that. We have the pentacle up here. 2 of earth, 2 of coins. Having to drop something because you are too busy. There's too much going on. 3 of coins, taking it into your social space. 4 of coins, look at that. That's gorgeous. That really does lean into protection rather than being, stingy, I suppose, doesn't it? 5 of earth. Oh, yeah, okay. Everything's been left and, well, that's quite who paints that? At what point did someone sit down and go, I'm going to paint a load of dead things? I don't know. It works, though, for the 5 of earth, but I question the person's headspace at that time of painting that 6 of earth. That is beautiful. With the berries, the colour is fab. It's nice to have a pop of colour, isn't it? After all these earth tones, you have this pop of colour in it. It's like a refreshing vibe. 7 of earth. Waiting. The patience card typically. I wonder what the gold is about on the bucket. I feel like I need to look that one up too. 8 of earth. Mastering your work. Getting on with it. 9 of earth. The abundance card. Truly abundant. 10 of earth. Bless. That's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. The page of earth. We have our rabbit. Oh, the Knight of earth. We have our fox. This is interesting. This creates an interesting dynamic between the court cards themselves, which is not something I've thought of a lot, is the relationship between the court cards in one suit. The Queen of Earth is a ram, or not a ram, a sheep, sorry. And we have a moose or an elk, I'm not sure. Don't quote me, I'm sure you'll know. And we have the Fool right at the end. The Fool is the bag. He's prepared to go. That's a really cool card. I like that. We've got wings here as well, feathers. To take flight, ready to take flight. This looks like the thing that you put on, well, it's here, look. right? So there's a nod to the fact that they're going to have a bird with them, maybe. Maybe that's the, instead of the dog in the Fool that we typically have, we have a reference to a bird. Well, I feel like this is really beautiful and I cannot wait to. I wasn't planning to do this video for a while yet, but I couldn't wait anymore because I really wanted to read with the cards. I'm going to look up these two because they are confusing me a little. So 10 of Fire. 10 of Fire. Sacrifices pressure duty with a persistent buzz of labour. An intricate maze of cells is built with painstaking precision. Each wasp contributes tirelessly to the upkeep and expansion of the nest. Beneath the ceaseless activity lies the weight of obligation as the wasps remain locked in a cycle of duty without relief. Just as the wasps are bound to their work, the 10 of Fire suggests that taking on too much for too long can lead to exhaustion and eventually defeat. Okay, so it was about my lack of knowledge on wasps was the problem, not the card. 2 of Air. 2 of Air, 2 of Air, where are you? Here. Okay, perched with unwavering focus. The falcons embody controlled power and authority. Their keen eyesight and poise hint at a constantly disciplined restraint over the wild forces within. The handler's absent glove is like an invisible guide harmonizing the inner conflict of nature, a presence that requires continuous adjustments. Each falcon is caught in a suspended moment of the hunt, as if contemplating the next move. Okay. This pause mirrors the clear insight and decisiveness of the two of air requires. For these birds, instinct leads. Their choices are immediate and precise. There's no room for doubt. The decision is final. Go. That's interesting. So this is supposed to be a snapshot of a hunt. Okay. Well, I'm really pleased with this deck. I love it. I love the green edges. I'm going to enjoy reading with it. I think for me, the World card is still probably my favourite. Where are we? What's at the front here? Or the Chariot, that's just because it works for me visually. So I'm going to get confused with him. Every time I see him, I'm going to think he's the Hermit. And I need to retrain my brain on that one. Where are you, Wheel? I want to get you out. That one. Oh, just gorgeous. I wonder if this is a favourite of most people. The Wheel is fabulous. I have to say, the edges are quite sharp on this. The card is quite thin, but not in a bad way, actually. It feels like it would hold up, but the edges are quite sharp. I know that sometimes painted edges, they take a while to wear down, and this is certainly new. I'm going to look forward to reading with this. I'll do the daily readings with it perhaps over the next week or so and see what comes up. Thank you so much for watching and being here. I hope you love this Folkloric Forest tarot unboxing just as much as I have, and I am going to I'm really looking forward to using this. This is absolutely gorgeous. Although it does feel like more of an autumn deck for me. And we are obviously in the peak of the summer solstice right now as I'm recording this. So I don't know if it's quite the right time for me to use it, but I'll do it on the daily readings for a week and see what comes up. But yeah, I've got a few more videos coming up soon. Stay tuned, don't stay tuned, whatever you want to do. No force here. It's been lovely to be back, and I'll speak to you soon, guys.